What is poppin', my people? My name is Darian from Look North Recordings. Today, we just gotta have this conversation. We just gotta have this talk.
On the mix.
One of the hardest things to do as an artist is to put how you want your music to sound into words. And you're not alone in this. It's literally happened to everyone at some point. And at the end of the day, you're just trying to communicate emotions and feelings through your music and not necessarily the technicalities. So today's video is gonna act as a tool for any artist working with any engineer to reference when giving feedback on a mix. So let's get right into it. Receiving that first draft mix from your engineer is probably the most exciting part of the whole process, especially if it's your first musical project ever. But try to remember, this is only the first draft of the mix. An engineer will most likely never send you a 100% fully mixed and mastered song right off the bat. The best thing to do when you get your first mix is check it out in the car, check it out on big speakers, small speakers, super bassy speakers, super high-end boosted speakers, as many different sources as you possibly can to get a good feel of the translation of the mix and how accurate it sounds across all listening platforms. Also, try to remember to listen to it a few times at first, just to make sure that you can get all of the revisions that you have in mind within the first one revision. And if you can't, try to fit it within the first 1 to 3, because a lot of engineers will actually charge you for too many revisions, and it's always avoidable to get there by just trying to condense all the revisions in as few as possible. While listening on all those devices, make sure you're writing down everything that catches your attention, which can be anything that was done well or anything that you want to change. It's important to add things that you like about the mix and things that you don't like about the mix so that the good things can stay and the bad things can be revised over time. Keep in mind though, when you're writing down things that you don't like and things that could change, just make sure that you're being specific. So for instance, if you were judging a baking contest and someone handed you a cookie and you didn't like it, you wouldn't just say bad cookie. You would say exactly what was wrong about the taste of the cookie and how you could improve the cookie. The most helpful pieces of feedback that an engineer can get is anything that helps them get an idea of the tonal direction you're going for with the song. Which means using terms like brighter or darker or smoother or more aggressive to describe a vocal, for instance, or using wider, more distorted to describe an instrument in the mix as another example. Also, with time-based effects like reverbs and delays, try to learn the differences between your reverbs and your delays. And please, I am begging you, stop calling everything a echo. But on a serious note, music making is a very vulnerable process. Do not be afraid to speak up for what you want in your project. Your engineer should not be taking control of your art. They should be giving you suggestions based on things that they think work, but it should never be forced upon an artist. Communicating effectively with your engineer and having a good relationship with them is gonna make the process go by so much faster and easier, and it's also gonna be a lot of fun. At the end of the day, it's supposed to be fun. So now you have everything you need to send back some well thought out and helpful revisions to your engineer. Let me know if any of these tips helped you out down below in the comments. If you had any other questions, you can hit me up on Instagram or in my Discord that is also down there, because I am always down to share knowledge and spit some free game for y'all. Also, do not forget to compress that like button and also compress that motherfucking subscribe button for me. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of this month. So if y'all can help me out doing that, I would very much appreciate it. All right, I will catch y'all later. Happy music making, my peeps.